These are hostilities have broken out between Israel and Palestine.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declaring, "We're embarking on a long and difficult war that was forced upon us."
A significant revelation has emerged amidst the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, and it comes from an unexpected source: Egypt. On October 7th, Hamas initiated a large-scale military operation into Israeli territory, launching a barrage of rockets into Israel, followed by a multifaceted attack involving land, air and sea forces, which penetrated deep into areas under Israeli control. These forces targeted military installations and briefly occupied several settlements. However, in the midst of all this, Egypt has made a startling announcement that could potentially reshape the entire scenario. What exactly has Egypt disclosed, and what implications does it carry? Let's delve into the details. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has its origins dating back to the late 19th century. In 1947, the United Nations approved Resolution 181, commonly referred to as the Partition Plan, with the aim of splitting the British Mandate of Palestine into separate Arab and Jewish states. On May 14, 1948, the State of Israel was established, which marked the beginning of the First Arab-Israeli War. The conflict concluded in 1949, with Israel emerging victorious, but it resulted in the displacement of 750,000 Palestinians and the division of the region into three parts: the State of Israel, the West Bank, located west of the Jordan River, and the Gaza Strip. In the years following its establishment, the region witnessed escalating tensions, notably between Israel and its neighboring countries Egypt, Jordan, and Syria, after the 1956 Suez Crisis, during which Israel invaded the Sinai Peninsula. Egypt, Jordan, and Syria entered into mutual defense agreements in anticipation of potential Israeli mobilization. In June 1967, a sequence of events, including maneuvers by Egyptian President Abdel Gamal Nasser, led to Israel launching a preemptive strike on the air forces of Egypt and Syria, marking the beginning of the Six-Day War. As a result of this conflict, Israel gained control over the Sinai Peninsula and the Gaza Strip from Egypt, the West Bank and East Jerusalem from Jordan, and the Golan Heights from Syria. 6 years later, in a war known as the Yom Kippur War or the October War, Egypt and Syria launched a surprise two-front attack on Israel in an attempt to regain their lost territories. However, the war did not result in significant territorial changes, but Egyptian President Anwar al-Sadat declared it a victory for Egypt, enabling negotiations over previously ceded lands. In 1979, after a series of ceasefires and peace talks, representatives from Egypt and Israel signed the Camp David Accords, a peace treaty that concluded the 30-year conflict between the two nations. The Gaza Strip, as part of this history, has endured a long legacy of disputes and wars, with the recent conflict potentially being one of the most devastating. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu declared his country to be at war with Hamas after the militant group launched a large-scale terror attack from the Gaza Strip, resulting in numerous casualties and prompting deadly rounds of retaliatory airstrikes on the Palestinian territory. This dramatic escalation has raised questions about the motives behind Hamas's attack and the timing of this aggression. Even before their rise to power in Gaza in 2007, Hamas had openly articulated a policy aimed at the obliteration of Israel. Gaza, a slender strip of land approximately twice the size of Washington, D.C., has been effectively blockaded since 2005, a joint effort by Israel and Egypt driven by concerns of potential attacks. Despite these efforts, smuggling tunnels have rendered it notoriously porous. With a population of 2.3 million residents, Gaza stands as one of the most densely populated areas globally. Due to the blockades, its inhabitants often describe it as the world's largest open-air prison. Hamas has stated that its motivation for launching the attack is, in essence, the result of long-standing anger over Israeli policies. This includes recent instances of violence at the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem, and broader concerns regarding the treatment of Palestinians and the expansion of Israeli settlements. However, both Israel and the US have been resolute in asserting that there's no valid moral equivalence between Hamas's attacks on Israeli civilians, which have included the killing of families in their homes and numerous young people at a music festival, and the measures Israel claims to have taken in self-defense against terrorism. United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres acknowledged the legitimate grievances of the Palestinian people, but firmly stated that nothing can justify acts of terror, along with the killing, injuring, and abduction of civilians. But here's the startling revelation that might leave you astounded. If you hadn't considered the possibility of a world war before, the situation is now raising alarms. Just a few days ago, the Israeli Defense Ministry made a stunning announcement regarding an invasion and devastation of Gaza. Their statement was unequivocal. There will be no electricity, no food, no fuel. We are fighting human animals, and we will act accordingly. Social media is abuzz with discussions about whether this would constitute a war crime, a term that has been frequently used in recent days. Amidst this chaos, one cannot ignore the impending catastrophe for countless innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. The next days will be critical for those residing in Gaza. In a show of force, Lebanon recently launched a dozen rockets at Israeli targets, issuing a stern warning for Israel to steer clear of Gaza. If Israel proceeds with an invasion of Gaza, this could trigger a response from Hezbollah, and the world could find itself on the precipice of a full-scale world war. Moreover, there have been reports suggesting that Hamas is utilizing US weaponry intended for Ukraine. The scenario is perplexing. Billions of dollars in money and weapons were sent to Ukraine, only for these arms to seemingly find their way to Hamas through black market channels. A United States representative has weighed in, saying, "I'm also continuing to push to stop funding the war in Ukraine and push those countries to peace." And now, with what's happening in Israel, we're looking at a whole different situation. I want to track the serial numbers of weapons that Hamas is using against Israel, and I want to know if they came from Afghanistan or if they came from weapons that we provided to Ukraine. But now, Egypt has unleashed the most astonishing revelation of all, and it's prompting questions about Israel's handling of the situation. Is this a significant rebuke to both the United States and Israel? Top Egyptian intelligence officials are asserting that Israel fumbled the ball in a major way here. They claim that Israel, despite having access to substantial warning signs indicating an impending major move by Hamas in Gaza, failed to take preventative action. In essence, Egypt contends that Israel was well aware of the impending threat, and they had multiple conversations on this matter. Remarkably, Israel is renowned for having one of the world's most advanced intelligence services, and yet they allegedly chose to do nothing to avert the situation. Egypt is adamant that Israel had prior knowledge of it. This leads to a perplexing question. Why would Israel ignore the potential for an attack? We'll leave it to you to form your own conclusions on this matter. What's intriguing is that a senior US politician has corroborated this assertion. According to Michael McCall, the chair of the US House Foreign Affairs Committee, Israel was officially warned by Egypt about a potential attack from Gaza 3 days prior to Hamas launching its fatal cross-border assault. It remains unclear at what level this warning was communicated. McCall emphasized, "We know that Egypt has warned the Israelis 3 days prior that an event like this could happen." Moreover, Egypt has issued a resounding message to President Biden and Benjamin Netanyahu, a firm no to intervention. The president of Egypt, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, has rejected the United States' request to deploy forces into Gaza for assistance in targeting any objectives there. President Biden recently announced emergency arms aid to Israel and is actively seeking potential contributors for the offensive against Gaza. This includes any willing participants in a potential coalition. However, Egypt has made a striking decision to remain neutral and refrain from sending forces into Gaza. They assert that their involvement hinges on being attacked, otherwise they will not enter the conflict. This development is significant, especially considering Egypt's historical involvement as a mediator in these conflicts. Egypt has often acted as an intermediary between Israel and Hamas. Currently, Egypt is calling on both sides to promptly cease the ongoing violence. This stance from Egypt signifies a bold move, effectively asserting their independence from the United States. Historically, the US has held significant influence over Egypt. Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State, recently engaged in discussions with his counterparts in Egypt. While the details of these conversations remain confidential, it's clear that the United States approached Egypt with a plea for assistance in light of their geographical proximity to the Gaza Strip. Despite this, Egypt has unwaveringly declined, standing firm on its neutral position. It's noteworthy that the United States currently enforces export controls against Egypt, which, while not full-blown sanctions, restrict business activities between Egypt and various entities. Furthermore, US sanctions in Africa have had a substantial impact on Egyptian trade and its economy. The Egyptian economy is undeniably facing significant challenges. The Egyptian pound has experienced a substantial decline in value, posing considerable economic difficulties. While the Egyptian pound is the official currency in Egypt, the US dollar has gained prominence in some regions of the country. In certain towns, the US dollar has become the primary medium for conducting business. Many Egyptian businesses have adapted to this situation and are readily accepting US dollars for their goods and services. This highlights Egypt's financial dependence on the United States, making the nation's recent refusal to align with US interests a remarkable and courageous move. We invite you to share your thoughts on these developments. Please leave your comments below and stay tuned for our upcoming video.